Hello students, this is Sawas and it is RME class once again. I believe that you kept yourself safe through the season and you're all healthy. We thank God for that. And last week we began with puberty. We discussed some of the emotional and the physical changes of adolescents at this stage. And this week we are taking puberty rites. We will discuss one very important puberty rite among the accounts, that is a bragro. But before we go on to the bragro, let's look at this introductory point. Now, puberty rites are ceremonies performed to usher boys and girls into adulthood. After the initiation, adolescents are considered as adults and are permitted to take part in adult conversations. They are also eligible to marry. In Ghana, these are some of the known puberty rites, the popular ones. The bragro for females by the Akans, the dipo for females by the Krobos or Tofu for females by the Gans, the Isei for females by the people of Akbafu who are Eves, the Bala, the North for the males of Sisala, Sujiwe for males, that is Eves. You also have in Nigeria, you have the Egungun for boys, that's the Yoruba puberty rites. But we are in Ghana, so let's pay attention to what we have here. Now, this is what I was telling you about the Asante puberty rite or the Akan puberty rite, which is called a bragro. Now, bragro is performed by the Asantes and the Bronze, especially for girls to usher them into adulthood. Now, the fact that I said girls doesn't mean that it is a group celebration, it is individually done. So, if a girl sees her first menstruation, she's taken through the initiation alone. Now, in the past, girls who became pregnant before their initiation were made to undergo a harsh and cruel initiation called chiribra. That's the chiribra. Now, the chiribra is a very horrific ceremony because it will serve as punishment and a deterrent. Punishment for the girl and a deterrent for other people who may want to follow the girl's bad example. Now, the initiate is called Brani or Sechima. The ceremony is performed for girls one at a time, as I said earlier, and not in groups. It lasts for a week. So here we're not going to look at the week on which this is done, or we are just looking at the salient or the very important rituals which are performed. Now, among the above mentioned ethnic groups, when a girl sees her first menstruation, she's taken to a queen mother for examination. This examination is based on chastity to see whether the girl is a virgin. If she passes the test, then preparations begin for her initiation. Now, if she manages to pass the test, it's a joy for the mother and the family. Now, the preparation here for the girl's initiation involves both material and spiritual. The spiritual one involves taking the girl to a divine or a spiritualist for her spirit to be communicated to see whether she's spiritually ready for the initiation. The material involves those items which will be guarded for the initiation, for the girl's initiation. They may include kente, ahinema, and the rest. Now, if the mother or the family of the girl cannot provide these items, they can borrow most of these items from the queen mother of the town, and she will gladly give it to them because it is for the whole community. Now, after the preparation, the mother must announce to the people in the community of her daughter's initiation, and so this is done in a very simple way. In those days, there was nothing like radio or TV for these announcements to be made. So instead of the mother hiring somebody to do this, the mother may choose to take an old hoe and beat it with a stick to inform the people in the community of her daughter's initiation. Now, a proud mother will gladly do this. On the date may also be communicated to them through the announcement. So on the day of the initiation, after a sizable number of people are gathered In the house of the Brani, the first ritual that is performed is an instrument. The instrument is a form of introducing the girl to those people who may not know her, as well as the family members. So under the instrument, a white stool is placed in the middle of the gathered people in the house of the girl. And the girl is richly dressed in a white uh, calico around her waist, covering most important parts with beads on her body, and she's made to sit on the white stool in the middle of the crowd. A brass basin containing water is placed in front of the Brani, and these items, the leaves of the ojuem plants, an egg, dry okra, fruits, are placed beside the Brani. These items are items of fertility. Then, obviously, every important ceremony begins with a prayer, so libation is offered with schnapps to ask for blessing for the child. Now, note that the rituals will be administered by an old woman of good moral standards who must not be barren. Because if this woman is barren, it means that she may pass her infertility to the Brani. Okay, and in the Akan communities, giving birth it's not a privilege, but a responsibility, and so they are particular about that. So as the girl sits behind the brass basin, people sing brass songs and they throw coins into the brass basin, and the water in the brass basin will prevent the coins from falling off. Now the next ritual after the instrument is the tea, that's the shaving. The Brani is given a special haircut called dancing crown. The pubic hair in the armpits and other parts of the body are shaved or cut, and the toenails too removed. Now this dancing crown haircut is a special haircut worn by the queen mothers of the Akan community. So for the girl to be given this haircut is a privilege to the girl. The father is then made to buy these items, that's the cut toenails and the hair. Now when the father buys these items, the money will serve as capital for the girl now that she is moving into adulthood. Now these items are wrapped and kept in the crack in the house. Now in those days they were living in muddy houses, and so there were a lot of cracks. So they will keep these items in a crack instead of throwing it away. Now the significance of keeping the items is that if the girl should die outside home, maybe later in life after getting married, and the body is not brought home for burial, then burial and funeral rite will be performed with these items. So this strengthens the fact that among the accounts, everybody must be buried in his hometown. Okay, so when we continue, the next ritual after the tea is the ritual bath. The hair may have fallen on the girl, and so the girl is taken to a riverside for a ritual bath. Now when she's there, she's plunged into the river 3 times to introduce her to the deities of the river and to ask for their protection for the Brani. She's also bathed with a herbal sponge. She's bathed with a herbal concoction, a Lucas sponge, and lime juice. Now after the ritual bath, she's carried to the ceremonial grounds for the continuation of the rituals. The next ritual after the ritual bath is the common feeding. The old woman brings the traditional food, which is the mashed yam and palm oil with eggs, locally known as eto, for this ritual. The Brani is richly dressed once again, and a stool is placed, and she's made to sit on it in the middle of the crowd. The old woman feeds the Brani with the eto whilst offering moral instructions to the Brani. So the girl learns a lot of moral instructions of his people through this initiation. Then, one boiled egg is given to the Brani to swallow. And notice that the egg may not be necessarily big, as in the case of these recent broilers that we have. But those chickens which are raised in the house, they have smaller eggs. So one boiled egg is given to the Brani to swallow. She's not permitted to chew. because the egg symbolizes fertility. So if she chews or bites the egg, it means she's chewing or killing her own children, which may lead to barrenness. Now, the remaining food for the Hanukkah or for the feeding is put in a common bowl and placed in front of the Brahmi. The Brahmi is blindfolded, and children are called to scramble for the food. Now, while the Brahmi is still in blindfolds, she's made to touch the head of any of the children who had been called to scramble the food. It is believed that if she manages to touch the hair of a boy, her first child will be a boy. If she touches a girl, her first child will be a girl. Don't ask me whether these things are true. These are just traditional beliefs. And traditional belief is based on superstition. There are a lot of superstitious belief connected with traditional things. So don't ask me whether these things are actually true. But that is what they believe in anyway. Anything that you don't believe in, you don't even say. So let's continue on that. Now after this, the period of rituals will all be over. Then the girl is led into her confinement. The confinement takes 6 days, and the girl will not be in the confinement alone, or the girl will not be confined alone. She'll be confined with some of her best friends for a maximum of 6 days. Now, during the period of confinement, she's given lessons on womanhood and taught about the customs and traditions of her people. She is also fed well because after the 6 days, she must appear a changed person. And while in confinement, she's also taught how to prepare the local food, how to behave as a matured woman, how to choose her new friends, because from that time she may not be playing with those old friends that she's with in the confinement, because she's now an adult. She has graduated into the adult class. So she may not say to those young girls anymore. She may now be rolling with the big adults. Okay. So then after the confinement, the Nasi or the Thanksgiving follows. Now the girl who may have now gained weight is richly dressed with kente and hinima with beads to match. Then she's led away from her confinement by her mother and friends to thank all those who went to grace her initiation with their presence. Now, apart from this being Thanksgiving thing, it also has another significance. It is a form of introducing herself to possible suitors who may want to marry her. So this is a very beautiful ceremony, a ceremony of chastity. And now what do we see? In those days, when a girl gets pregnant, if even the girl runs away, the family must pay a fine for the girl's misdemeanor. So not all those traditional rituals were fetish. This one is a clear example of a traditional rite which is meant to uphold the chastity of the girls. Now, after the Nasi, the ceremony ends with feasting and merrymaking. They come back to the house and they make merry. They eat, they drink, and they have fun. Now, students, this is the end of the lesson. Next week, we will continue with either the Dipo or the Otofu. And until then, I believe you'll be safe. Follow all the hand washing protocols and make sure that you are safe from this deadly coronavirus. We meet again. God bless you all. Bye bye.